In this video, I'm going to talk about another distraction, and this is a distraction that people do themselves, but they're not aware they're doing it. Because the moment they are aware they're doing it, they would stop because they would see that it would endanger them. But it's a distraction that you are kind of encouraged into by society. So eventually a society that conditions you in this distraction, but it's a distraction that's not really done to you. It's something that you do because you have a dysfunctional thinking that you can't see that's dysfunctional. And that is seeking, or let me use another word, looking for external potential. Looking for external potential is what you've been trained to do by society. You've been trained to look for the best job, the best place to live, the best marriage partner, the best this, the best that. You've been told to look for external potential. Or, as Christ said in the New Testament, looking after a sign. A sign is a symbol or a token that refers to something. So when you're looking after a sign, you are chasing something, and the sign points you to what you are chasing. So people want external potential. They want friends of good quality. They want a spouse that understands them. They want a job where they feel fulfilled in doing the job. They want all kinds of stuff. And the problem is not in what they want. What they want may be correct and natural, okay? What they want may not even be driven by selfish motives. Because you have people, they want the correct things for the wrong reasons. Even if you want the correct things for the right reasons, you still should not look for external potential. Why not, Rashid? I'll tell you. When you are looking, because it's something you're doing over a longer period of time, when you are looking for external potential, you are turned away from being focused on Christ. That's one. That's a red flag already. And that should be enough for you. But I'm going to give you another additional reason why you shouldn't look for external potential. And that is that external potential, or better said, the sign of external potential. Because when you're looking for potential, you're looking for things or people that have the ability or the probability of bringing good, lasting outcomes. That's what potential is. That's what people are looking for. People or things, that can also include activities, that will likely produce long-term beneficial outcomes. That's what people are looking for. That's the potential people are chasing after. But Christ doesn't want you to believe to operate like that. First of all, He is the good, He is the blessing, and when you walk in His strength, you are operating in potential. So you don't have to look for external potential if you are the one operating in potential. Right? So looking for external potential happens when you're not walking in Christ's strength. Because now you're looking for something external to hold on to. And that holding on will blind you. So, but that's not the second reason why I told you not to look for external potential. The second additional reason is, and write this down, Satan will use signs of potential to endanger you. Okay, I'm going to give some illustrations. Okay? Let's say now you have this party at this nightclub. Why are youngsters attracted to go to a nightclub? It often happens as youngsters, even when they haven't reached the right age, they want to go to a nightclub. Why? Because they want to belong. They want to be accepted. They maybe want to find a boyfriend or girlfriend. They want potential. And a nightclub contains people coming together, having a good time, drinking and laughing with one another. So there's an appearance of potential. That's why they go. A lot of dudes go to the nightclub because they hope to get a woman or to find a girlfriend over there. Because they think if a lot of women over there, they dress in a provoking manner, they love to drink, so there's a big chance I can get some. That's why they go. That's the potential. The likability of getting a woman. So that's why they go to the nightclub. Or the parties in general. Hey, I'm just being straight up here. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything because I'm speaking to teenagers and adults here, so I can say it. We're not little children here. But this, looking for potential, will trap you into dangerous relationships. Let's say you're a guy, you think, you know what, let me just hang around in clubs, bars, I may find a chick there. Let's say that's what you want. Demons will pick up on this. And then demons behind the scenes are going to think, you know what? This John over here, he hopes to find one of those chicks here. You know what? Let's help this guy out. Next time you're at the club, this chick just bounces into you, smiles at you. And during the week, when you are at the postal office, you encounter also. What happened? Demons knew that you often go to the postal office to check your mail. I'm not talking about an email, I'm talking about physical mail now. So demons realize, okay, we're going to manipulate the circumstance in which this woman has to go to that same postal office on Wednesday when John is there also. But first, we're going to push her to bump into John. Then we will cause her and John to meet one another. They will think it's a coincidence, and that's how they'll form a bond together. And we do this because eventually this John will be killed by a jealous ex-boyfriend of this woman. So the purpose of the to do coincidences, which, by the way, coincidences does not exist, but we think they are coincidences. The purpose of the demons doing this is to trap you into a premature death. Why? Because when you die prematurely, due to that homicide, it will cause anxiety, inequality, and demons will feed off of it. So demons are all about them getting their supply. So you had this longing for potential. The demons used it against you so that your death will bring them supply when the community is in an anxious state. That's how demons operate. When you're looking for external potential, evil spirits will use signs of potential to trick you into danger. Okay, it may be predictable that you better not look for a partner at a club, but maybe you're not going to clubs. Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with finding a partner. Maybe you want to be involved in business because you want to operate in wealth. So you have your own business and you want to specialize yourself in trade, into export to other countries. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. So now you are looking for people with experience to coach you in the next step of your business. Okay, you're looking for external potential. Again, evil spirits see this and they jump right onto it. Now, you will encounter people that are experienced and they give you some tips through their seminaries, but they tell you if you really want to learn to be an independent trader, like we are, just sign up for the lectures. So you sign up for the lectures. And at the lectures, you do learn things that are practical. You even benefit from what they teach you. But then you realize that the success just doesn't come. And it's later that you find out that it was a con from the start. You spent all that money that you could have invested into other things. You spent it all to learn the secrets of the successful businessman. But the whole program, I'm saying all the seminaries were a con. Because those wealthy businessmen, they're part of a satanic cult. So it's not their hard work nor their efforts that brought them all that wealth. It was because they signed a demonic contract. But they will never tell you this. They tell you it's all about you working hard and getting the right connections. You were looking for external potential. So Satan now used a sign of potential to trap you. It can be that you want to have good quality people around you because you don't want to hang around the wrong crowd. So then one day you're scrolling on Google and you've encountered this ad at a site about joining some club. And you think, come on, I'm not into joining clubs, okay? You didn't even join a sorority or fraternity during college. But then you think, let me just check this ad out. When you check the ad out, you only had to pay like 50 euros to enter. And let's say your ethnicity is black and it's about black entrepreneurs. And you think, oh, black entrepreneurs? Okay. Because you finally encounter somewhere online or in the media where black people are portrayed in a positive light. So you think, oh, there's something different than the racial bigotry that you often encounter, that people don't want to admit is happening. But after paying the 50 euros, and after attending the party, you didn't become a full member. They told you, okay, you can decide to become a member or not. But you realized that you had people adding you on Facebook or people that began to follow you on Instagram. And you think, what? You now, without being aware of it, you've joined a cult. So now you have cult members coming after you. And you were not even aware of it. And they're into worshipping Egyptian gods, performing black magic and all of that. So now you are involved in a very bad company. Or very bad companies after you. And you think, how did I end up here? You end up there not because you were looking for trouble, you were not, but you were tricked into trouble because you were looking for external potential. Don't you know that there are women involved in narcissistic marriages with reprobate spouses that abuse them and even harm the children? And why do those women enable the violence? Because though to the honeymoon phase of the cycle of violence, they think there's potential for it to be better. And it can be indeed that there is potential for it to be better. But just because there is a potential for something doesn't mean the potential will be used for good. The reprobate or narcissist, whatever term you prefer, can do better, and they can change if they forfeit their reprobate ways. But they will likely not forfeit their reprobate ways, but they will pretend to from time to time to keep you around. So your longing for external potential, in this case potential for a better marriage, is what keeps you trapped. Now don't get me wrong. If there are marriage issues, you work things out. Okay, you don't just dump the other individual. But when you realize that you're dealing with a reprobate, get out of there. Okay? Don't let this bait of potential trap you in harm. Okay? There are people who lost their lives at a very young age because of the bait of potential. I'm telling you, do not look for external potential. Instead, pray about everything, agree with Christ, decree and declare His promises on your behalf. Keep fasting. Keep making steps in your faith walk. And because you operate in Christ's strength, things work out for you in a miraculous way. Just keep on going. That's how you overcome the wiles of the enemy. Well, that's it for now. Keep agreeing with Christ and be at peace.